This time last year, Governor Andrew Cuomo told New Yorkers that anxiety over the coronavirus was worse than the disease itself, and that most people would catch the virus and not even know it.
This hysteria that you see, this fear that you see, the panic that you see, is unwarranted. We have dealt with worse viruses. This spreads like the flu, but most people will have it and they get on with their lives. Many people will have it and not know that they have it.
It's not that Cuomo was intentionally dealing out false information. He was telling the public what the state knew about the virus at the time, which was very little. There were less than 200 cases of COVID-19 in New York at the time, and the virus was concentrated in the New York City suburbs. And with the exception of a small part of Westchester County, schools were still open statewide, and nursing homes were still allowed to have visitors.
Closing off all visitors? No, we're only doing that in New Rochelle. A nursing home may make that decision, but it's a hard decision, right? These are people who are in a nursing home. They're looking to see visitors. They want to see their family.
It would be about 3 weeks before the state closed down non-essential businesses, and more than a month before Cuomo required masks to be worn in public.
If you are going to be in public and you cannot maintain social distancing, then have a mask and put the mask on when you are not in socially distanced places.
The virus peaked in April when more than 18,000 people were hospitalized, and New York saw more than 800 deaths from the virus per day. Cuomo's daily briefings on the disease turned bleak, and there was a fear that the state's hospital system would run out of beds for sick patients.
The hospitals that will have the greatest issue will be those hospitals that are usually the most stressed in normal circumstances.
It would be more than a month before the state slowly started to reopen its economy, starting upstate and eventually making it to New York City. Over the year, more than 2 million New Yorkers would lose their jobs, overwhelming the state's unemployment system. Cuomo ended his daily briefings in late June, when the state's positivity rate was less than 1%.
COVID isn't over. We still have much more to do. We have to monitor the local infection rate. Local governments must ensure compliance and do tracing. We have to watch out for a second wave.
That second wave started in September and got worse throughout the fall and the early winter, with positivity rates across the state climbing above 10% at times.
I am telling you, we are in a danger zone. The infection rate is going up quickly. The faster the infection rate goes up, the faster the hospitalization rate goes up. The hospitalization rate goes up, the hospitals reach capacity.
Now, 1 year after the start of the pandemic, the numbers tell the story of more than 1.5 million New Yorkers who were infected with the virus, and nearly 40,000 that died. And Cuomo, once considered a national figure, is under fire for his handling of the pandemic and new allegations of sexual harassment.
How can the needs of New Yorkers come before the needs of this administration as they deal with cooperating with these two investigations? And that was why I called for the governor to resign and step aside.
Cuomo was already under fire for his administration's handling of nursing homes, where more than 13,000 residents died from COVID-19 over the last year. And lawmakers from both sides of the aisle are now calling for consequences after Cuomo's team withheld data on nursing homes for more than 6 months. That data has shown 4,000 more nursing home residents died from COVID-19 than the public knew about.
This isn't following the science. This is arbitrarily making decisions that might be best for the governor, but I'm not sure they're best for the people in New York State.
And now Cuomo's facing new allegations of sexual harassment, which could very well mean the end of his career in politics. In the meantime, lawmakers have decided to end his emergency pandemic powers, and federal prosecutors have launched a probe into Cuomo's handling of nursing homes. The timeline of that investigation is unclear, but lawmakers are hoping for answers sooner rather than later.